I'm standing in the doorway of the ladies' bathroom. Okay? My wife, there is a man with his two little girls using the women's bathroom.
Wash your hands, baby.
He is. He's washing his hands with his daughters right now. He is leaving it.
It's alright, baby.
She is waiting to use the restroom with her mother, who is very ill.
Wash your hands.
And who is on.
Hello everyone, welcome to Belle's Take. My name is Belle. Now today's video, this dad just needed to take his two daughters to the washroom. He needed to take them to the bathroom. Come on, what happened to empathy? He didn't just wake up and walk into the ladies. He didn't just wake up and walk into the women's washroom like a weirdo. He had children with him. He had girls with him. Can't you see that? What is wrong with you? See how you're making, just look at how you're making that call as if you found a weirdo, a criminal in the ladies' washroom. What you can offer that guy is empathy. You can help him out. If you don't, is that your wife by you? Your wife, right? Whoever she is, your sister, whoever, can take over to handle this girl, help him out while he waited outside. So if you're not ready to help him, you were not ready to help him. Obviously, see how you were glaring at them. You were glaring at them instead of helping him out. If you didn't want, what would you have him do? The kids, the girls needed to go to the washroom. So what would you have him do? I think that dad did what he had to do. You gotta do what you gotta do. And that is what he did. I mean, do what you want.
It's okay. Some men are just immature.
And he's refusing. He's taking his sweet time.
I have two girls washing their hands.
You let this lady, this woman is she's a woman. She can bring her daughters in here. She's a manager at the QT.
I'm their
You
dad.
can ask her. I understand. And you don't have any business bringing her into the women's bathroom.
They're girls. They go to the women's bathroom.
As soon as he leaves the women's bathroom, I will. I'm standing in the doorway. And he's taking his own sweet time. Hey, sweetheart. This is ridiculous, man.
I am so sorry.
It's okay. Some men are just immature.
There you go, bud.
So,
What the hell does that woman think she's doing? What the heck? What the? So you explain this to me. You and whoever he is to you decided to call the cops on this dutiful father who was just doing his duty towards his girls by helping them in the washroom. You were not expecting him to carry these girls to the gents or to the guys' restroom, were you? Of course not. Now, given that he's the only person who could take these girls because he's obviously the adult with them, went to the girls' room, went to the ladies' washroom to take his girls to ease themselves, help them out, or did you want him to leave the girls all by themselves? Those are kids, those are children who needed help. So the dad took them to help them out. You and your husband, or whoever he is, decided to call the cops on him, later proceeded to close the door, close them in, like to try and prevent them from going out so that the cops can, like, obviously your plan, come and get him, right? And then you proceed to hypocritically get the kids tissue to wipe their hands. How hypocritical. How hypocritical. I think you're a hypocrite. I think that lady is a hypocrite. I mean, forgive me for my choice of words, but I just can't find any better adjective. That woman right there is a hypocrite because she could have chosen to help these girls out while the guy waited outside, but she did not offer that help. The only thing she thought wise to do was to help to call the cops and subsequently lock him in with the girls. The girls she's hypocritically trying to help now by giving them tissue paper. I'm disgusted.
After we left the restroom, obviously he was on the phone with the police. They ended up showing up very quickly. About 3 officers showed up, very professional, very nice, quickly de-escalated the situation. One of the officers was talking to me and the man and explained that the situation wasn't as black and white as many people may think. And they pointed out that taking 2 little girls into the men's restroom could be viewed just as negatively as me being in the women's restroom with my girls. They try to make sense of it, try to understand both perspectives.
So this is the dad. That's the dad. And I admire him for what he did. I mean, he couldn't give 2 cents about what y'all think. He doesn't care. Once his daughters are comfortable, he is fine. You can go call anybody you want to call. That is your business, all right? Kudos to you, dad. I really admire you. I mean, chop knuckle. That is what the Niger man would say. Chop blue. Give me blue. Give me blue. Give me blue. We don't care what they think. They can go whatever they want to do.
But ultimately there was really nothing that they could do. They did let me know that I was okay, that I didn't do anything wrong. I also want to give a huge shout out to Melissa, the Quick Trip store manager there, that stepped in and helped. We really do appreciate your support and your the care that you showed us. My girls, me being in that situation with them, really needed that. So after speaking with everyone involved, the officers talked to Melissa and ultimately asked the man to leave the store.
No, dad, you did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. I mean, you did the right thing. You did in all sense of the word. You did right by your girls. What would they have you do? What would they have you do? You did the right thing. You did the best thing in the situation that you could have done. And kudos to you. Kudos also to the officers who came around and handled it professionally, made them understand what it was they were doing. And I mean, the final blow, letting the man leave. I'm so glad to hear that. I mean, they let him out. They drove him out, and I'm happy about that. He had to leave. He had to leave. Because all that, look at what he was doing. Look at what he did. He didn't care how that was going to affect those kids. He didn't care. He just wanted to have his way. Guess what? You did not have your way. You did not have your way. I'm glad.
Anytime one of my 3 daughters has to use the bathroom in public and I'm by myself, I'm one of them. Excuse me, ladies. Dad with a daughter here. And 100% of the time, because that hasn't failed me yet, they will definitely clear out. Oh, yeah, give us 1 second. They'll clear out. Let me come in so my daughter can use the bathroom. They'll leave way by the door so no other women come in and think it's empty. And they'll say, oh, yeah, there's dad with a daughter and they're using the bathroom. There's a rare few occasions where I've had to go into the men's bathroom with...
Yeah, dad with girls here. And did you hear him? He said they would clear out the room for him to take his girls in. I mean, women are naturally supportive in these kinds of situations. Women are naturally supportive. That is why I did not get what that lady was doing in there. Not offering any help in a hurry to put this man in trouble. But for what? You saw girls there. You saw that he was only trying to help out his girls. So if you didn't like it that way, you could have offered to help the girls instead. Whilst he waited outside, you did not offer anything. You were just keen to get him in trouble. You were just ready to get him in trouble. That is all you wanted. And you guys didn't want to rest until you had your way. I'm just so happy you didn't have your way. Women are naturally supportive in these kinds of things. Did you hear him saying they would wait at the door to just make sure everything worked out well for everyone, stopping women from the outside going in and waiting till the girls in there were done, came out with a dad before other women could go in? This is wisdom right there. And I entreat you, that lady, to learn from this. Come learn.
my daughter, but I bury her head into my stomach so she can't see nothing in there. I'm standing by the stall, making sure she uses the bathroom and nobody's trying any funny stuff. And even then, a lot of the men in those bathrooms, they'll see you walk in with your kid and they won't even go use the stalls. They'll stay away. I want to make sure all of my daughters has a safe experience in the bathroom. They wash them filthy little hands. The very first time I had to do that, I felt like a cringe in my chest. Like, I don't want y'all to think I'm weird. My daughter just gotta pee, guys. I need her to use the bathroom. But the longer I've been a dad, a girl dad specifically, man, excuse me.
Nah, no, that's not ideal. No, that's not ideal. Guys, washroom for girls? No, that's not ideal. No, not at all. The best thing is to take them to the ladies' washroom, not the guys' washroom. No. The ladies' washroom better than the guys' washroom for girls. Okay? So however it will be handled, let it be handled that way. Devoid of violence, devoid of that kind of behavior that is displayed there. Alright? But let girls be girls normally. Don't go attacking them. Let them have their way in their washrooms safely, happily, with their dad. And if you don't want to have it that way, help out. Don't just stand there and start calling the cops, start calling the police.
All right, today I want to address an issue, and that is that there's a dad who takes his two daughters into a bathroom, and if you're one of those dads, listen up. Here's the deal. As a police officer and as a dad myself, by all means, as long as you made sure that there's no women inside that bathroom and you said, hey, I'm coming in with my daughters, they need to use the restroom, and you know what? Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, and that's a policeman right there. That's a policeman, and you had him. Yeah, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. You need to make your daughters comfortable. What would anyone else have you do? You can leave the girls alone to go to the bathroom by themselves. No. So you gotta do what you have to do. But make sure to check to see there's no lady in there. Make sure that you let them know that you have a dad is coming in with his daughters, with his daughter, or whatever the case may be. You just announce your presence so they know you're there. And you're good to go. You've done nothing wrong. You're just helping your daughters. You're helping them out to ease themselves, to feel all right, to be comfortable. That is all you're doing. You've done nothing wrong taking your daughters to the women's bathroom. You've done nothing wrong. Just make sure there's no one out there so that there will not be any awkward situation. All right. So you've done nothing wrong if you've ever taken your girls to the women's bathroom. You've done nothing wrong. You've done nothing wrong. You just wanted to make your girls comfortable. You've done nothing wrong.
If there's nobody in there, hold the door open if you need to, but go ahead and go in there and have your daughters use the restroom. But the person I want to address is this old turd over here. He apparently needed to make a big scene and call the police on the dad that is trying to take his two daughters to the restroom. No, he doesn't want to take his daughters into a men's restroom where there's nothing but urinals. He took them into a women's restroom, and rightfully so. Again, there was no women inside there, and the dad made sure that there wasn't, and he took his daughters into the restroom. There's nothing wrong with that. And for this old turd to be able to call the police and waste the police time by calling and being a Karen is ridiculous. So again, to all the dads out there or any male that needs to take their daughters to the restroom, give an announcement, and if there's nobody in there, or if the women in there don't care, take your daughters into a women's restroom. It's a lot safer and a lot cleaner. Y'all take care and keep our kids safe.
We have come to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for your time. To my returning subscribers, I do appreciate you. And if you're new here, welcome to the family. Don't forget to subscribe and also engage with the video so YouTube will push it to a larger audience. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.